How do you prepare for a fly camping trip in freezing weather? Is it even worth it? Oh yeah, let me show you how and why. My friend Mark has asked me to join him on a paracamping trip, and I'm just laying everything out, getting it ready for the trip. I want to show you guys what I have and what I'm planning to bring. So first of all, to stay warm, I have my tent and stakes, extra pair of socks, and then this will be my real sleeping bag to keep me warm tonight. I also have a sleeping pad. Not sure if this is really warm enough. I may actually look at a new one before I leave town. And then I have a tarp to cover my motor and a pillow. I'm gonna try to fit it all into this duffel bag that can sit on my lap. And then in front I have all my food stuff and then my electronics. An extra GoPro and a stand. Some chargers. We'll be on a mountaintop, so we're definitely going to be exposed. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be uncomfortable, but I think it's really going to be fun and interesting. 21 pounds. That's a lot of extra weight on the launch tonight, but we're going to make it happen. So I stopped at REI to look at sleeping pads, sleeping bags, sleeping bag liners, anything that might keep me a little bit more warm on the mountain. And in the end, I wasn't sure if these things were small enough to fit into my bag, and I thought I could make it work with what I had. It was a beautiful drive out toward the Appalachian Mountains, but when I got to a potential LZ that I spotted on Google Maps, this was an undeveloped commercial lot, and it turns out it was not clear of trees, so it wasn't going to work. Luckily, I made contact at the local airport. While my flight to the campsite would be about 10 miles in less than an hour, Mark was challenging himself by coming from further away with almost a 2-hour flight. He has a larger fuel tank and much more experience with these challenging cross-country flights. I've got all my stuff together. I'm ready to do this mission. We still have one problem. The wind is incredibly strong. I think it's laying down, so it's the perfect amount right now. Need a little bit of wind to get that wing up and help me climb. We are going to be heavy. There we go. The launch felt perfect, but my goal now was to climb high. We have peaks at 5,000 and 6,000 feet in this area, so I wanted to be well above those peaks to reduce the amount of mechanical rotor from the strong wind. The views were beautiful, but I was quickly becoming cold and numb and looking forward to a good landing.
Well, howdy, partner.
Easy.
Made it. By the time I landed, I was so cold I could hardly talk, but here we are. Mark right here. Kind of running low on daylight here. It's absolutely beautiful on this mountaintop. 360-degree views. But let's set up the tent, get everything situated, and we'll make some dinner.
Doesn't even seem real.
Get my cooking stuff out. We were just saying that the thermometer really dropped when the sun went down. Dinner, some fuel, and the stove here.
Did you bring breakfast or are you just gonna granola bar it?
Granola bars. Nice. Yeah, coffee, that's ambitious.
Yeah, I only brought my stove for coffee. I mean, I don't know if a bear's gonna come all the way out here, but I'm not gonna leave it next to my tent, but I might throw a heavy rock on top of something.
As much as I was worried about staying warm, I was actually perfectly warm almost the entire night last night. And look at the reward from doing this, sleeping up on this mountaintop. Check this out. So I spend a bit of time in the Appalachian Mountains. I love hiking, but most of those adventures, your perspective is limited to your immediate surroundings. You're underneath a canopy and you have a limited view. It's only at those viewpoints, or sometimes those balds or mountain peaks, that your perspective opens up, that you truly appreciate the vast wilderness that surrounds you. This experience, it allows you to immerse yourself in that incredible landscape, not for a moment or a glimpse, but for hours. Right now there's no wind at all, so we'll actually need for it to pick up a little bit in order to get that lift. Check out the view. And as the sun comes up, we'll see if we get a little more breeze. But yeah, stayed nice and warm last night. One sleeping bag inside of the other acted kind of like a liner and kept me plenty warm. Here's our place we were cooking last night, kind of away from the tents. Just got to clean up this morning, get it ready to go. How was it? Success?
Oh yeah, big time success. This is, I've never been here, and it's quite an incredible 360 view. Super calm night. We were considering the weekend, but I don't think it would have been this calm. It would have been warmer, but not as calm.
Yeah, perfect place, and first time here, but we'll see if we get an opportunity to come back, because this would be incredible in the summer if we could do it. Be able to get here a little bit lighter and be able to sleep without so much worry about freezing. So good times.
Yeah. Down a little bit, pour it up to the
Of course, anytime you're in a beautiful natural area like this, always pack in, pack out your trash. And if you find any other garbage, which there's a little bit here, we'll make sure to take that with us and leave it better than when we found it. It is time to start breaking down camp. I'll just show you what I had going on last night. I just kept the whole wing in the corner of the tent. I have my sleeping pad, bags, and we'll just break that down, get ready to fly out of here. If you made it this far, do me a favor and hit that like button. It'll help me share my stories. Okay, I'm all laid out.
All right, so I just have my bag here. Put my motor and all that over there. And I got Mark coming in right now. He's gonna need a little bit of fuel. Trying to lose some altitude.
All right.
Mark's all set and ready to go.
Mark is always pushing himself and the paramotor, and he shares those stories with us on his channel. Check out this link in the top right or in the description below.
Incredible trip, exceeded expectations in so many ways. I had anxiety about several aspects of this trip, from the launches to the weight, the weather, and the landing up top. Everything went perfect. The cold was not too bad at all, and in fact, we had a great time. There were moments I couldn't believe I was seeing those views and experiencing that mountaintop. Big thank you to Mark for reaching out and offering for me to join him on this one. It was an incredible trip. So happy I did it. And thank you guys for joining me on this video. Make sure you come back and check out my next flight.